Welcome back. One of the first legal decisions you will make is choosing your business structure. This isn't just paperwork. It determines if your personal house is at risk if the business fails, and how much money you will spend on compliance every year. We are going to compare the four major types: proprietorship, partnership, LLP, and private limited. First, the sole proprietorship. If you are starting alone and have limited funds, this is your best option. It is the cheapest and fastest to set up, often taking just 2 to 3 days. The expenditure is minimal, costing roughly 5,000 to 6,000 rupees to start, and annual compliance is low, usually under 12,000 rupees if negotiated well with your accountant. However, the proprietorship comes with a major warning label: unlimited liability. Because you and the business are seen as the same person. If the business gets into trouble, your personal assets are at risk. Also, the business cannot be easily transferred to the next generation. Legally, the company dies with you. It is great for starting, but risky for scaling. Next is the partnership. This is essentially a proprietorship for 2 or more people. The costs are similarly low, but the risks are still high. Like a proprietorship, it carries unlimited liability for all partners. Transferring ownership is also difficult. You generally cannot pass it to a nominee unless specifically structured in the deed. It takes at least 10 days to register. Third is the LLP, or limited liability partnership. While this structure separates your personal assets from the business, our sources explicitly do not recommend this for export-import businesses. It doesn't offer the global credibility of a private limited company, yet it still requires significant compliance. It is often seen as not beneficial, neither this way nor that way, for this specific industry. Finally, the private limited company. If you are serious about scalability and money is not your main constraint, this is the ultimate goal. The biggest advantage is limited liability. The company is a separate legal entity, so your personal home and savings are safe. It is also easily transferable. You can add directors, issue shares, and even pass it to the next generation. The catch with the private limited company is the cost and complexity. It is the most expensive option to maintain. You are legally required to appoint an auditor, hold board meetings, and manage strict filings with the Ministry of Corporate Affairs. It is a burden, but it buys you safety and credibility. Regardless of which structure you choose, there are 2 registrations you cannot escape. Every exporter needs an MSME registration and a GST certificate. Whether you file GST monthly or quarterly depends on your volume, but filing is mandatory for everyone. These are non-negotiable. So, what is the verdict? If you're just testing the waters or have a low budget, start with the proprietorship to keep costs down. But remember, your ultimate goal for a scalable, safe, global business should be to convert to a private limited company once you have the revenue to support it.